What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of No Client Agent Privilege, aka No Cap Podcast. Your boy Evan, your boy Will. We are back on the Tiki Hut for another full sports-related podcast episode. A little bit of everything again. We are just in that time of year where you got a little bit of everything kind of cooking right now. So, let's just go ahead and get started in the NFL. I think we could just start with why the Titans fire their second-year head coach. What are you even doing? You already, as a GM and owner, you probably should have knew you had the first overall draft pick. You weren't going to be very good this year.
No.
So maybe there's something else behind the scenes, but in regards to the strategy behind the organization, now you look at the organization. If you are a coach looking for your next opportunity,
you come in and you're on the hot seat.
At this point, I'm nervous. I'm nervous to just think about taking the job at this point. It's a scary factor. You literally get 1 year and you're already out.
I think that we kind of talked about in college, if you do get fired midway through the season, there might be an opportunity to bounce back. We kind of saw that with UCLA.
Yeah.
They fired their coach, and now I think they won their last 2 games.
Yeah, maybe not that
Michigan State, and they beat Penn State.
Penn State is bigger than that. I mean, they basically got
after going
Franklin
fired.
Yeah.
So, but I think in the NFL, it's a little bit harder to kind of make flip that switch and bounce back from that. So to fire the coach midway through the season, either the players spoke up or the front office is really just looking for something that's going to... I know that they have those big stadium renovations that they're doing.
I guess you're just trying to
build money
either
build hype or not have the hype in the toilet for when it is built, because you're going to want people to utilize the stadium.
It's such a weird
There's a lot of different business avenues that you could say as to why they fired him. But
it's scary though. When you think about it,
hasn't looked that good.
Well, I mean, you were the number 1 pick last year, but I don't know what anybody expects of the Tennessee Titans. You were the number 1 pick last year for a reason.
Right.
You weren't good last year. You have 1 draft, and then you're supposed to magically be better? It's not how it works in the NFL. You're the reason you're the worst team last year, and why you have the draft pick is because you were the worst team last year.
Yeah.
So, in order for a head coach to get an opportunity, why am I wasting my time? It doesn't make sense on the business side to fire him with regards to a cultural aspect. And you're trying to build hype. You just drafted the number 1 quarterback. He's not some when was the last Messiah with regards to quarterback? Has there been one? Not even Tom Brady was. You look at all the first round draft pick quarterbacks that were supposed to be messiahs and save the franchise.
And it hasn't been the first rounders, really.
Yeah, it's been the other ones.
It's been the Brock Purdy's that have come in.
Jalen Hurts. Guys like that. Again, kind of.
Lamar.
Lamar was
round 4.
No, Lamar.
He wasn't day 1.
Yeah, he was. He was.
He was.
Pick 32.
Is that what it was? But you thought he was going to go first round? Because I know there was the whole big thing about...
Yeah, he was going to go first round, and he waited with his mom all night in the green room, and then the Baltimore Ravens...
So it was still day 1.
Yeah, he was. But at Heisman Trophy winner, you would think, would get taken a chance on a little bit higher than pick 32 of the NFL draft. But anyway, you're still talking about... You're not even... again, the whole thing...
Look at the quarterbacks that have been taken high. Mariota...
Yeah, again, and
RG3.
The whole point of the matter is, what is that coach being fired for? In reality, you already knew the team was going to suck. So again, what did you expect him to have some magic fairy dust to just spray on top of the team? And it's boom, we're good again. And we got our quarterback. We got our playoffs. Let's go, Super Bowl. Here we go.
Especially in a division that got better.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
and not that C.J. Stroud is really
right,
but the Colts definitely got better. Jones and transitioning into that. The Colts having a resurgence of defense playing up to par. Daniel Jones doing his job and what people thought he could do for the Giants, and then again the resurgence of certain quarterbacks in certain positions between him, Baker Mayfield having an MVP caliber season. Who else is kind of transitioned to another team? Anybody?
Sam Darnold,
Joe Flacco.
It's only been 1 game.
I mean, that, but more so to the extent that, like, he's been on other teams, but he's had resurgence in the Browns and stuff like that. So,
Geno kind of last year.
I would give Geno, This year, I don't know what's going on with the
Baker and Daniel Jones, that's a different story.
Yeah,
we can talk about that all night. But
yeah,
Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield are just two that really do stand out. We saw the play from Baker last year, but just the fact that it's continued into this year and the way that he's been doing it without the top, no Bucky Irving, no Mike Evans, and then also no Godwin as well. So, yeah, and I think it's at least three of their top offensive pieces, and they're still.
I would say all three of their top offensive pieces. Yeah,
you think?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
now they're missing four. Like Buka.
Oh yeah, Buka. He was out this last game because he got injured. The second quarter?
And he was. Yeah, he's already having a great season. So there's your four, really.
Yeah, and Baker's still doing Baker things. So good for Baker and honestly for the entire Bucs organization, because it's not like they're overly powered on defense either. Like, they're good on defense, and they have a defensive minded head coach, so it definitely appeals to the defensive mindset.
Everyone thought Todd Bowles was not going to have
they were about to fire him. I definitely thought they were about to fire him
a couple seasons ago, and not only that, but when he was on the Jets,
Baker saved his job as much as Todd Bowles created the new Baker. Right. I mean, I would say both. I mean, with regards to job security, they saved each other. I mean, in reality, if Baker doesn't have the season that he's been having the last two seasons, Todd Bowles is probably searching for another coordinator, something like that.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's kind of one of those things where you kind of, the appreciation for each other is probably at an all-time high in that organization. But yeah, no, I think Daniel Jones as well. Like, I know the owner, Jim Irsay, like, with him passing away, those players that were, involved and, like, knew Jim and, like, had that family feeling from an owner like him, who is renowned across the league as a very, very respected owner to his players. Even Pat McAfee preaches on when he was there, how different it was. Peyton Manning says the same thing, how he was always players first, that type of owner. So the emotions of that team is probably also carrying onto the other players that, like a Daniel Jones, who wasn't selected by him, but is a part of this organization that is hurting and trying to regroup as a business side.
Crazy pieces.
No, not Taylor. Really. I mean, good running back. Great. I mean, he puts it on.
Wide receiver wise,
Alex Pierce is okay. I mean,
Josh Downs
is having a better season. I mean, the biggest surprise is
making the players better.
Tyler Warren. Yeah. He's my favorite. He's my favorite on their whole roster. That kid he's going to be special. I mean, he is legitimately, like, if I've got a comparison, it'd probably be Grunk at this point. Like, I know with regards to everyone calling Cam Scattaboo the Grunk of this generation, but in reality, when I watch Tyler Warren, I'm just like, I see a freak of nature. His route running, his blocking, his running you over. I mean, good for the Colts. I mean, I liked him coming out of Penn State anyways, but now watching him in this offense, I mean, there are times DBs that are way faster than him. I see them in the dust. And I'm just like, whoa, like, the Colts could have something special here. So sure. If I'm them, I'm making sure that man is paid and taken care of after this rookie contract is over. Like a Dallas Clark, they kept with Dallas for years with Peyton Manning. So, we'll see. But in the NFL-wise, anything else? What else?
We got the Giants looking for a new wide receiver, which allegedly they were looking for a wide receiver before Malik got hurt. But now we see some front runners being Christian Kirk, Chris Olave, Jalen Waddle.
Yep.
That might not happen.
No, I don't think so either.
And then Jerry Jeudy, which I hope does not happen. How do you also Jacoby Myers was in that conversation
I heard that
as well.
One too.
Do you feel like any of those pieces? But I ask you this question because we both know that it's going to be harder for the Giants to acquire one of these players, knowing that everyone knows that they need a wide receiver. They're not just shopping around. So they're going to make it harder. So how do you think? What are the realistic chances here of the Giants actually acquiring some wide receiver talent of that caliber?
Two things. First, from the team's perspective, they know they have the need for it, but you also need to look at it from the opposite perspective of what that team wants in exchange for it. So if you're a team that has no, let's say, draft capital, and you need at least a little bit, or the season you have is not really going the way you thought it was going, maybe it's best that you do make a change with a, draft capital mindset to trade whatever player. Hey, look, you got this many draft picks. Let's see what we can get for this guy. And you just kind of weigh out your options. And that's usually the biggest factor in a situation like this is the team you're looking for is not necessarily the team that might have the best player, but to the team itself, what's the best deal that can be turned around quickly from the team that doesn't need the wide receiver.
Well, that's why Jalen Waddle makes sense.
Right, but at this point,
and Chris Olave too.
So for Waddle, he's wide receiver number 1 right now, so he's probably not going to get let go. Now, Jacoby Myers, Olave is going to be hard because he's still on a rookie contract, so it's very cheap for the Saints to keep him. He's very good. He's got a lot of upside. So for me, as a Saints organization, I don't know if I want to trade my rookie cheap player for some more draft picks that'll be cheap as well, but I can still see he hasn't hit his ceiling yet. Now, Jacoby Myers, who's having a good season, we kind of see where his ceiling is. He might be a little bit more viable for a team that wants a wide receiver right now. And the draft cap that the Giants could give the Raiders would be decent. So there's that. But then also, the second part of that is on, let's just say, the agent side. From the agent side, if I know let's say, Jacoby Myers is not happy in Oakland, hey, Jacoby, what do you think on maybe pushing us for a trade? Or, do you think you want to get out of here? I know the Giants are looking, I can do this, that, or the other. So it is something to kind of weigh into consideration on your client side. If that opportunity is there, maybe we push the issue. Hey, look, I think we want to trade. I think you guys can get good trade for us. Make it happy for both sides. If that is the case, I'm not saying Jacoby is mad or doesn't like being in Las Vegas. I'm just saying with regards to the two different ways to kind of look at this situation for the Giants themselves. However they want to play it out is going to be a little bit difficult because, like you said, they know what they want, so they could squeeze them for every drop that the Giants want to give up. They could definitely be in that situation. So
that makes sense. But moving on to some college, we have Ole Miss and Texas A&M at the top of the SEC.
Yep.
Alabama and Georgia
they're good. They're right there. They're right there.
I mean, there's 10 SEC teams that are 5-1 or better this season. I'm sure a lot of people thought that it should have been 11 of teams with Florida, but that's not
or Texas
this season. Yeah, that too. Florida and Texas, who Texas just got put back into the top 25s. They're at 21 now.
Yeah.
The SEC, we kind of already talked about how it's wide open, but now that we are at the midway point, or just over midway, who do you really think is going to end up winning the SEC, and what is that going to do for the playoffs?
So it's, again, and everyone's going to cry about it when we get to December with regards to placing and playoffs and all that stuff, and everyone's going to be like, oh, well, what about the Big Ten? What about us? Because there's probably going to be, I don't remember what the roster or the scheduling is for the rest of the SEC for the rest of the season, like who's playing who with that regard. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I saw something where like multiple of the those 10 teams could literally have maybe 2 losses, depending on who they play throughout the rest of the season. But the SEC play can literally destroy itself. Like, depending on who wins and who loses in those top teams that are playing each other, they could end up bumping each other out of the playoff contention. But at this point, Ole Miss seems to me to be the team to beat. I like Texas A&M. I like their defensive tenacity. I think their offense, I like it, but I don't know. There's some games where I've watched and I'm just like, they're not missing something, but it's like something. It takes a second to click for them. Which in the SEC, you can't really have that. You can't have moments where you're playing in Ole Miss and you have to wait till the second quarter to finally get it started because you could already be down 20. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm still sticking with Ole Miss at this point, and I think
I agree.
Alabama and Georgia are right there. I mean, they did not.
Yeah,
they look like they finally kind of dusted off whatever juju they had, and they're looking back to normal. Tennessee, whatever, they could still come back and kind of have finish out the season strong. But again, at this point, I'm still banking on Georgia and Alabama to kind of be there. I mean,
you got to put at least one of them in.
It's tough. It's going to be a tough. I mean, the SEC scheduling is always tough. We've talked about that before. The biasy is real.
Even harder when the teams are all good.
That's what I'm saying. And you understand the biasy because when you compare those teams to other conferences stuff, you see the gaps of competitiveness.
The Big Ten is so top heavy.
4 teams. Now it's down to 3. That's it. You've got 3 teams left.
Ohio State, Michigan, Indiana.
No, I wouldn't even say Michigan.
Oh, sorry, not Michigan.
Ohio State.
No, yeah. Well,
Ohio State, Oregon, and Indiana.
Oregon.
Come on now. I know. Sorry. It's Big Ten. It's just because they're so far west. I get it. Don't worry. Still Pac-12 to me, too.
Yeah.
Still Pac-12.
That's not my Big Ten.
No, you and 99% of the country. Trust me. So, again, but those three are where you're at with regards to top heavy. You could throw in Michigan there a little bit, but they just lost.
Think it's Michigan if it's not,
I know, but they just lost to USC.
Yeah, no, they're not.
It's okay, well, now what are we doing?
Usually they're
USC Big Ten too. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, at SEC, you got 10 teams in the top 25. So back to our Big Ten talk, with regards to USC beating a Michigan, when you see a team like that, again, even a UCLA beating a Michigan State, now everyone has to be fearful for UCLA to come in and kind of make some noise or ruin somebody's season, stuff like that. So really, I mean,
that is all it takes in the Big Ten. When those teams aren't as good, they're not ranked or low ranked, and they
or get your head coach fired.
Yeah,
I guess.
And
depends on how you look at that.
Franklin didn't have a good record in big games or against ranked opponents.
Again, we've had that conversation.
Yeah.
What is it going to take to win the big one? Is he the guy to win the big one? Obviously, Penn State thought, yeah.
But yeah, the Big Ten, it's still the highest, one of the highest conferences in Division I football. There are really good teams,
of course. But plenty of money to go around, thanks to $100 million to Oregon.
Right, you lose in the SEC. There's still a chance for you to make the playoffs because everyone knows that it's so competitive in that conference that a one loss is okay, we get it.
So
don't take a second one. But in the Big Ten,
who did Alabama lose to? USF,
they
right?
Lost
no,
to
FSU.
No.
Yeah, Alabama lost to FSU.
FSU? Is that what? Oh,
yeah, remember to start the season. So again,
sounds like a pipe dream.
it's the Matrix. We didn't really happen. But again, even
considering how they've looked.
Well, FSU. I mean, who just came out speaking of FSU and talking about firing head coaches and because they can't win big ones? Cromartie just came out and was like, "Hey, when I went to FSU, we knew the standard. We knew what it takes. What are we doing here? Even Jordan Travis has come out and said, we could have, if we would have spent more money or had more money, we could have landed Jeremiah Smith. All right, maybe.
Okay, buddy.
But I mean, I know he means it in we should be better type of way.
If I went 70 miles an hour instead of 60 miles an hour, I'd get to my place that I'm going faster.
Agreed. But my point is he's saying that in a nice way to say that they could be better or they should be better. You know what I'm saying? He's saying it oh, well, if we would have had more money, we wouldn't suck this much. That's what I'm saying.
Or if you could
he's making excuses.
Better,
or
better players.
I mean, Jeremiah Smith is committed to Ohio State since he was a junior, a sophomore, whatever. I don't know what he's saying, but anyway, it was a nice way of saying, well, if we had this, making excuses. Again, that's kind of one of those things where it's you can't make excuses like that. One, because you are a powerhouse school with all the bells and whistles. You have everything. Again, we talk about firing head coaches. Mike Norvell might need to be careful. I mean, you got former players calling your ass out about the standard, and you're not living up to it. That is not a school that you want to mess around with the alumni status. So, again, just talking about head coaches, firing, stuff like that.
A head coach that is making a name for himself and team, USF.
Alex.
Great Group of 5 school this year. Do you think that they're going to be the ones to get in, unless Memphis beats them.
So I was going to say, this week
it's between them two.
It's between them two at this
point. Do
point.
you think that a group of 5 team deserves to make it every year?
Sure, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. A group of 5 school that goes undefeated is the standard, though. I think we've talked about that before. The group of 5 school has to be the group of 5 school. It has to be undefeated. It has to be to the extent of, let's just say, 1 loss. It better be to Alabama.
Yeah.
A Miami, whatever, Notre Dame. That 1 loss to Miami, that better be their only loss.
But at the same time, well, I guess, okay, let's play a little hypothetical. If Florida was good this year,
okay,
and USF lost to Florida, but they went undefeated otherwise, do you think that they would make it?
Yeah, I think that's to the loss of Florida.
A good Florida team.
Good Florida team. Yeah, I would say that. If we're saying a good Florida team, that means that Florida probably went what?
8-4.
No, I'd say 10-2.
10-3.
I'd say 10-2. And again, kind of one of those things where it's 10-2. Who did they lose to? Georgia, Florida, or Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss. Whoever. It just that 1 loss, quality loss, whatever, however it is they want to word it, however it is. You got to give something to those teams.
That makes sense.
Because then we're back to the whole does the SEC become its own level of football instead of its own conference? Do we just say SEC and UFL are on the basically the same level?
And then it's what's the point of?
Yeah,
I don't know. You kind of ostracize group of 5 schools.
Yeah, why am I out here? What am I doing? Might as well go back to D2. Might as well go back to FCS. If that's what we're competing for, I agree with that. I mean, it's just a tough situation in generally speaking. So, if we're talking about group of 5 schools, Memphis and USF, somebody's got to be undefeated. Then, depending on how the last 9, 10, and 9 through 12 kind of sit, if that is the case, that there is only 1 team of the group of 5 that is undefeated, but there's an SEC team with 2, maybe a 3rd loss, it's going to be hard for me to want to say, USF loses to Miami. That's their only loss. It's going to be hard for me to say that that team doesn't deserve to be in there. It's just one of those things where the SEC bias is all great and dandy, but if you can't win more than 10 games in your conference, or you have to win 10 games, that's a good conference, no doubt. But the standard is saying that your 9 wins and 3 losses is a better comparison to a team that went 11-1, which I don't think that's fair. Again, if we're back to the group of 5 talk, why am I even here? What are we you got invited to the cool person's party and you're still just, stuck outside, behind the glass door. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, can't even get in. You're just invited. Hey, man, come on through. Just hang out.
Watch.
Yeah, you can watch from the outside. It's just kind of one of those things where you got to throw them a bone here and there. And not to say that they don't deserve it, but again, it just doesn't make sense. It makes 0 sense.
I think they do. But,
but even on that note, USF might not have their head coach if they do make it.
That's true.
I mean, with all these vacancies, who knows what's going to happen in about 6 weeks from now? Very scary sight. USF.
Hopefully they save all that until after the season.
Of that too, but also at this point, how many coaches are that loyal to the extent that they stay throughout the season?
How many people are that loyal in college football anymore?
In the world anymore.
Yeah, honestly.
Loyalty.
Different topic for a different time.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's move on.
Basketball.
Okay.
Topps just announced that they're gonna initiate debut patches on rookies' jerseys for just their first game that they play in.
32 patches.
It's obviously a money scheme.
For sure.
We see how
Let's see how many extra kids get into
have been in the past.
I mean, trading cards in general. Exploded. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about let's say 20 years ago, it was really nothing.
Yeah, no one really cared.
Yeah, no one cared. You collected, you got a card for a couple kids. You're talking about literally the entire market has exploded these last 5 years, like you just said. Like an entire new generation of investors have taken over that. So those, like you just said, those rookie debut ones,
they're gonna be worth something. I mean, Topps just did a collaboration with SpongeBob, and like there's the chase cards with the autographs of like the voice actors,
oh
and those
really?
go for thousands
I didn't
of
even
dollars.
know that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool, I guess.
yeah.
I mean,
It's kind of ridiculous, but that is what it is. It's a good collaboration. It was smart. It was smart. The NBA is always looking for more money, like
definitely.
as they should, and this is, I'm sure Topps paid them a lot of money to do something like this.
That I can
And Topps
guarantee.
is going to make a lot of money too. Not like acting like their stuff doesn't already sell out. Like
I'm trying to think, like,
but
do you think for, let's just say, just for
increased
conspiracy
demand,
theories, do you think there's only 32 of those cards? Or like
like a one of one.
yeah, like a one of
I
one?
think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think the way that they do it now is they don't actually put the card in the pack. You get a card
That
that
says
says
it. Yeah, I've seen that.
congratulations, redeem this,
Yeah, I've seen
send some
that, yeah.
paperwork, blah blah blah, and that's how you get the card.
Yeah, I mean,
So I think yes, and if it came out to be like somebody posts,
a
oh my
one of
god,
one.
I found the one of one, and then somebody
As
else
I
over here,
suppose,
oh my god, I
I
found the
found a
one of
one of
one.
one.
That's
That's what
gonna
I'm
be a
saying.
little.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, that's bad. That's a bad look, though.
I know.
That like
I'm just trying to.
degrades.
Yeah,
That
no.
degrades all of their credibility.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Demand
do you
probably
take that
goes
risk?
down. No,
No. Okay. All right. Just
that's like saying like I don't know why I'm thinking of it like this. That's saying like you're a single guy and like you got this girl over here and she doesn't know that you're messing with this girl over here. You know what I mean?
It's like that Facebook
like,
page. Are we dating the same guy?
yeah.
like you see the
Your
same
picture,
guy. Yeah,
yeah,
you get you a
picture
picture of
of
him. And I'm like,
nightstand or
I'm
something.
dating him. Like, oh,
Oh, good
yeah. I
God.
guess that could be a bad take.
Good
I
golly,
guess.
good golly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that it's a good idea from a business standpoint.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
as
Funny
long as
shit.
there's still more prolific rookies that come down the pipe, then there will be more money that's
That could
made.
be cool. I mean, it could be a cool trend
Yeah.
if the rookie classes, stay up to par. You
Right.
know, like if you have, let's just say the 30 teams, rookies all start or all play, blah blah blah, or the patches, whatever. But what happens when numbers, let's just say, other than Cooper Flag, what if 2 through 9 are just busts? What I mean, the value of those cards just
Well, yeah, but at the end of the day, if there's as long as there's one,
I guess,
as
yeah.
long as there's one,
Yeah,
that's what everyone's going to go for. I
yeah.
guess when that one gets found,
I mean, it's like that Kobe and LeBron James card, or Michael Jordan and LeBron James card, or Kobe and LeBron card, whatever it
yeah,
was.
like the collab cards, yeah.
I mean, I've seen the
No, there's
one
a
with
lot
the
of
double
cards there.
patch, like the
Oh,
double
yeah.
NBA logo,
Yeah,
the logo. Ooh, I saw the numbers on that. Like that's absurd. Like that's a whole nother specialty business that I guess I never truly, when I even got into the agent world, the trading card market, you always had, when you sign your clients and you do your rookie bonus, that's like the first two deals that you sign. You sign your endorsement deal for shoes, and then you sign your trading card, who you sign with for trading cards. And it's like the guys that probably signed before COVID, like 8 years ago, the vets right now, they probably didn't even think of it like that. If you're talking about a Patrick Mahomes rookie card signed, blah blah blah, you're probably, I mean, you're talking about crazy numbers from when he first came into the league.
Definitely.
So just again looking at it from that business perspective as well on the agent side, you're just like, well, glad my guy signed it when he did, because now it's like worth $100,000 or worth as much as the deal itself.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So anything last?
Maybe we could play a little physical therapist here.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is going to be out for at least 4 weeks with sciatica. I don't know if you've ever dealt with
definitely
sciatica, but it's definitely going to be longer than 4 weeks.
I mean,
I think we can agree with that. I mean, it is LeBron, and he has the access to some
I guess
of the
it
best
depends on
healthcare
how
in the
severe
world.
that sciatic is really acting up. I mean, I know how bad mine can get, so I mean, I've been definitely on day's end where it's like, all right, this is just flaring up like crazy. No matter how much I stretch, no matter how much I work out to strengthen it, something is just tweaked. So how bad that tweak of that sciatic can really be pinched, what kind of chiropractor he's going to, working with. It's a very tedious type muscle that needs to be tweaked in a certain aspect where it has to be, or it could possibly be completely, needed work on the entire hip itself. Like it might just not just be the sciatic.
That's what I'm saying.
It could be the entire
I think
hip.
it'll be December. That
at this point you might as well. Yeah, I say at this point you might as well.
At least see. I think I've said this a few times. I think the Lakers play better when he's not playing. I think that they just mesh better. I think the ball goes around more. They have Austin Reeves, Luka. They just added DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
And obviously you have your role players that you're always going to get. I don't really study the Lakers roster that much, but I think you just let them play it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
And see what happens. Because in 4 weeks, it's like if LeBron's not 100%, if you don't need him, I don't know. I don't know what in 4 weeks what their record would be if there's like 4. I don't want to do the math either.
Yeah, 3 games.
If they have like a 75% winning record of whatever games they've played,
right?
Maybe keep him out a little while.
Maybe
longer. That's what I would say. Because we know that this is not. He's not trying to make this his last season.
No. We know he's saying. We know we already did the fake really ad, the fake decision. Yeah. Like we already know he's staying till Bronny or till Bryce gets in. Like we all kind of figured that. We obviously had the fake ad, whatever, But again, at this point for the NBA, you're probably not even really looking at the Lakers right now. I mean, they're probably middle tier as a team right now, or lower upper tier if you want to call it that. And you're really truly just looking at OKC on the West. You're looking at Houston. On the East, you're trying to see how quickly Tatum gets back. Everyone's he's projected to do this. Like he's projected. Like okay, we all know Aaron Rodgers did it fairly quickly, but it's like okay, let's not rush this guy who's half the age of Rodgers, and let's just kind of see how we go from there. So, there's some good stories, but again, I think it's so early on in our NBA talks that like to rush a 40-plus-year-old player back, no matter LeBron or not, in that playoff push, I'd be more hopeful that he's healthy and ready to make that run versus these first 6 weeks of the season. What do I really care? Even if we're at 500 by All-Star break, I'm probably less worried than
we should get a fresh LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'd rather take that LeBron over any other LeBron at that point. So it doesn't even make sense to me on that end. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm like, do I really need him back in 4 weeks? Could a sciatic be fixed in 4 weeks? Sure. Like he's got the best in the world. Could it be fixed? Yeah, no doubt. Do I really need him back in 4 weeks though? I guess it depends on how bad they are.
Yeah,
if they're bad, then yes.
I don't think they're going to be that bad.
I don't think so either. I really don't see them being under 500 when he does get back. So, and I don't think the West is that dominant.
Right.
Like I don't look at the West and see like, oh man, the Lakers really need to be careful. Like they're in for a fight. I mean, I definitely think the West is better than the East. But other than the top 3 teams, I don't see the Lakers being under that 5th, 6th seed.
Mm-hmm.
That's really about it.
Absolutely.
So, anything else? Well, basketball-wise, I mean, really just getting cooking. So, we'll have to let that kind of start boiling over, and we'll get into that.
Baseball's winding down.
Yeah, we're right there.
We're in the championship series now. The Mariners are up 2-0 on the Brewers.
Dodgers.
The Dodgers are up 2-0 on...
And they both look good.
The...
Milwaukee.
The
Brewers.
So the No.
Yes.
Yeah, I said that wrong.
Yeah. Mariners are up on Toronto. And then...
everything wrong tonight.
Brewers are down 2-0 to...
yeah, but someone's playing tonight.
Yeah, Brewers, I think. Or Mariners, I think.
Tripping again.
You did opposite. Yeah, you did exactly what you said. Nope. Still wrong.
Oh, really?
Is that Brewers versus There you go.
So this is not tonight.
No, it's not.
The Dodgers are playing.
Yes.
No. Oh my gosh.
The Mariners are playing tonight versus the Blue Jays. Game 3.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow. 2-0 too.
Yeah, so
Wow. Yeah, I mean, after
the
watching,
Mariners and the Dodgers look like they're gonna close it out.
That's what I think, and I think the Dodgers are going to take the Mariners I think it'll be 5 games for the Dodgers. They have just looked so hot.
Yeah.
Like, it is going to be a tough battle, and the Mariners have good hitting, so it's like it's going to be good hitting versus good pitching, and we're literally
defense too.
Yeah,
the Dodgers bring
that's what I'm saying. It's going to be like that's the series I want. I want Dodgers versus Mariners because that is literally exactly what you look for. Probably the best hitting team right now versus the best defensive team right now. So it'll be a good series if that is it. Obviously, we don't count them out until the fat lady sings. So, Brewers and Blue Jays, you guys, I've got my Vladimir Guerrero Jr. jersey in there somewhere.
Perfect.
I remember.
Perfect.
I do that every year for every old I turn. I find like the most famous player, like the most random player, and I just buy their jersey for whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, that's been my trend since I turned 23. It's Jordan, Kobe, and just kind of obviously the big name guys. Were easy, and then Barry Bonds. For 25? Barry Bonds.
Oh, okay.
That one's fire. That one's a good one. It's got the Giants stitched, and then Bonds, like in the orange and white. That one's really nice. So yeah, I've been doing that. I don't remember who I did for 26 and 27. I have to look it up. I thought I did. I pretty much did it all the way up to 30. Obviously, 30 was easy. Did a little Steph Curry. But yeah. Anyways,
next week we got
next week we got a couple guests. The best D tackle, Xavier Reed, and his brother Maxwell Reed. A couple guys that are one. I mean, Xavier at this point is the number 1 defensive tackle in the whole state of Florida. He's out with the injury right now, but he will be up and ready to go for college when he gets there, and he will make some noise for sure. Max, only being a junior, he still has a whole another year left, and he has multiple Division I offers. So another couple of guys that'll come on and kind of talk about one going on another state's run. It's one of those things where in South Florida, when we talk ball and we talk states, it is not easy. So it'll be fun. It'll be cool to hear the young guys' perspective on. And I don't think we ever had anybody this young on the show. Like we've had college and pro, but high school level. This will be our first high school guest, and the two of these guys, they're brothers, and they definitely act like it. So it'll be interesting to see how they act on camera. And obviously we're not a scripted show here, so we'll let them free range. And if we have a little brawl on camera, it'll be good. It'll be good TV. What was it, Jerry Springer?
Yeah.
That little Jerry Springer moment. And what was it, Dr. Evil? He's like, have you seen that one?
Nah.
Oh man, I'll have to show you that one too. We'll have to clip that. That would be hilarious. Like Dr. Evil, it's like a fake Jerry Springer episode.
Nah,
oh my god, that's gonna be good. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But we'll wrap up the episode here, and we'll get ready for next week with the boys, and we'll see you guys next time on another episode of No Client Agent Privilege, aka No Cap Podcast. Your boy Will, your boy Evan, and we are out.
Peace.